Namaskar. A lot of developments happening in Syria, and I'm really concerned about what is happening to the Druze community. About 6 months ago, I had put a video on PGurus talking about the similarity between the Druze community, the Yezdi community, and Sanatanis. And now it looks like the Druze are fast becoming Yezdi 2.0. Why this ethnic cleansing? And more importantly, why is Trump chiding Israel for supporting the Druze community? See, a lot of questions are coming up. What exactly is US's role? Why is Trump so unhappy with Benjamin Netanyahu for supporting the Druze community? See, viewers, you have to remember that the Israeli armed forces comprises of many communities. It's not just Jews. Many of them are also Druze from the Druze community, because there is an area that in Israel that is populated with Druzes. And the Druze warriors are elite forces. They're tremendous fighters. Perhaps the best of the best in the IDF are the Druze community. And if Benjamin Netanyahu lets them, they'll go and stand up for their Druze brethren in Syria. Why this ethnic genocide attempt being done by Julani and Julani, whatever you want to call him, and why is the West aiding him? Because I'm hearing some horrific numbers. United Kingdom evidently is giving 150 million pounds to Syria, and for what? Well, I'm also hearing that Mr. Tony Blair has got a whole set of people who are now taken over one floor of one of the bigger hotels in Damascus, and they are trying to teach the Julani government on how to govern. At the same time, the Julani government has released 11,000 ISIS criminals that Bashar Assad had kept in jails. All these people are now regularized, and they are all becoming Syrian army fighters. And the 600,000 Syrian army that was there under Bashar Assad now looks like they don't know what to do. They are not being, they were fighting Julani when Julani was trying to occupy. So a lot of confusion going on here. I'm going to try and make some sense of it for you, because I myself am confused and concerned about the track that Trump administration is taking towards this whole scenario. If nothing is done, the Druzes are going to be genocided just like the Yezdis were. And I think it's very, very unfortunate that we are letting this happen right in front of our eyes. Many of us probably are not aware of what is going on. Let's take a step back. Why was Bashar Assad thrown out? Well, it was believed that United States wanted no room for Russia in the Middle East. In other words, they wanted to be the influencer in the Middle East, and that's why they needed to have Bashar Assad out. And for that, they needed Turkey's help. So they used Turkey, and the Julani guy was from there. He got some troops from Turkey, came in, drove Bashar Assad out, and then established himself and staked the claim to form the government. And now suddenly this government is going to be recognized. That's what it looks like. The first step towards that was when he was photographed with Donald Trump and Mohammed bin Salman in Saudi Arabia. And all this was during that 1 week trip that Trump made to the Middle East seeking investment. He has been promised up to 2 trillion or even more between Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Dubai, as well, or United Arab Emirates, as well as Qatar. Do you think that kind of money is going to come? I'm not holding my breath. Certainly not. I don't think that kind of investment is going to come to the United States. These all appear to be at best, marketing points where you're saying, okay, so much investment is coming from here, so much investment is coming from here, and so on and so forth. Why I say that, why I have my doubt, is because, see, Manhattan and London, these are some of the places where the Arabs have splurged millions in acquiring real estate. Then what happened during the Biden administration? They brought in all these illegals, housed them in 5-star hotels, and Manhattan looks like a dump right now. We've done so many episodes in DGI talking about it. So what exactly is the game plan now? Will KSA will continue to buy real estate in the United States? And real estate of what type? Everything has already been bought up. China has bought up a lot of real estate, and now you'll allow other countries to buy real estate in America, but not China, and that's okay. What if these people become, they turn against you? So somewhere there is some cloudiness in the entire strategy of the Trump administration, especially regarding this particular thing. Now, if so many deadly terrorists are going to be, let loose on the people, and they are now army regulars, I'm also hearing that people are being asked to come and join this army from other countries. You'll start seeing people leaving from Kerala. And about Pakistan, Pakistan has a standing army that doesn't know what to do. They are not getting paid. Many of them may march towards Syria. But then what exactly are you trying to do? Is Syria having so much oil that UK feels it is worth it to pay 150 million pounds a month, and for Tony Blair to set up a complete floor that is going to teach them how to govern? And you know who are the people very close to this ministry? Remember that guy called Jihadi John from UK? His brother, his father are rumored to be in this government. I mean, I am completely bewildered and flabbergasted at looking at what is really going on. In the meantime, I'm also hearing that Abu Dhabi has got some special rights from United States, like they have some technology park zones which are on par with United States, as if it is like a part of US territory. Therefore, new investments from the US can be deemed to be in Abu Dhabi, but they would be treated as if they are on US. This kind of a special deal is being negotiated with Abu Dhabi. What about Kingdom of Saudi Arabia? What about UAE? What about Qatar? They will also start asking, hey, give us the same thing too. What does actually that mean? What does that actually mean? See, the technological workforce in all these countries are mainly from India and Pakistan, and more so from India because of the reliability and the professionalness and the apolitical nature of the workforce that goes to work in the Middle East. So all these things are happening, and I don't see India saying a word about the fate of DRUZE. I told you about DRUZE. We have done a program. DRUZE actually believe in reincarnation. That's why I equated them to being of Sanatani mindset. And in all these things, what exactly is the United States strategy? Why is he jumping at Netanyahu for trying to help the Druze to save that community that is locked inside Syria? The rest of the people want to come in and smash them up, and the Israelis are trying to keep some of the heavy arms from getting into that small neighborhood. It starts with S. I'm trying to remember the name. It's not coming to me, so please bear with me. But Sadai or something like that. I could be spelling it wrong. So where do we go from here? And I'm also hearing that $250 million investment has come from Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to Syria. This is for reconstruction of Syria. But how can you reconstruct a country from people that you have jailed and who have been jailed for life? You bring them out and make them regulars and army. That doesn't sound like reconstruction. That sounds more like deconstruction. So I'm trying to understand. Suveda, thank you so much, Brahmastra. That is it, Suveda. And I some of these things, right? I think now if India is becoming serious as a world player, India needs to weigh in. India needs to help Israel out. Israel is as a country is tired. Do you want to know how much money Israel has so far spent since October 7, 2023? $30 billion. B as in boy. And a lot of that money came from the United States taxpayers' pocket, my pocket. I would like to know what exactly has the United States done? And now why this change in policy and jumping and sniping at Netanyahu for Israel trying to support Druze? Is Israel going to decide that, okay, now I'm going to move in and I'm going to make Suveda part of Israel? Is that what's going to happen next? Is that a good outcome for America? And I'm also hearing rumors, and these are refusing to die away, that Trump's personal family has cut some deals on all these investment opportunities from Middle East. Remember the blockchain stuff that was talked about as part of Pakistan's investment or investment into Pakistan, Balochistan area. So these things are not being clarified by the Trump administration at all. Right now, we are also seeing that Trump is going after the Russiagate perpetrators, Obama especially, and the Democrats are going after Trump, saying that he was also caught with girls. And there are people coming up and saying, yes, I was at this time here, and so on and so forth. Look, all these things have been around for many, many years. Why hasn't anybody proved it? What kind of proof do you have? One might say, oh, well, that person was a child, barely 12 years old or 16 years old, didn't know what to do, more scared than anything else. I completely empathize with that person. But now it is more like a media game. And what about all the free trade deals? What was signed with the United Kingdom, between United States and United Kingdom? We have no clue. Nothing has come out, terms of deal. And tariff, all we know is 10% reciprocal. That is 10% from products of US going into UK and 10% of products of UK coming into the United States. That much we know. Beyond that, nothing more. And the free trade deal that Trump is going to sign in UK in the next couple of days, what exactly is the thing? See, it is believed that the two top points were that there will be free flow of investment from UK into India, and that the Indian workforce will have a easy way of getting into UK to do contracts and essentially try to regularize the workforce, so that you can go for 3-year contract, 5-year contract, like the way Indian workforce goes and works in Middle East, for example. Now UK doesn't want to sign that. Even the so-called deal that Modi is going to sign does not have that. But it looks like India still wants the free flow of money from UK. I don't understand this at all. I'm just very clouded, and I'm a little disturbed, troubled by what is going on, especially in Syria. What's going to happen next? If Israel ignores United States, which it has been doing of late, and goes ahead and puts feet on the ground and occupies Sueda, what will Trump do? But Israel army is tired. They've been fighting for a long time. And how many fronts? Hamas, Hezbollah, Houthis, Iran. So they are tired. Who is going to their help? Why isn't India saying anything about it? I mean, I dread if something like what happened to the Yezdis will be done by the ISIS, because right now the ISIS appears to have reorganized itself and taken rebirth in Syria. And I'm also hearing that there is work to try and recognize the Syrian government by the United Nations, that they are going to move a resolution to recognize it, and they may even have numbers. I mean, if Trump blesses it, that's going to happen. But what's in it for the United States? This is what I'm trying to grapple with. There is some oil in Syria. So US has tons of oil. Along the west coast, there is so much oil that has not been explored at all, because the conservationists would not allow anything to happen, at least in the state of California. And this has been the state of affairs for a long time. I'm just talking about California. Texas has a lot of oil. We have shale oil. So there isn't, this thing doesn't cut sense at all that US and UK are in it in Syria for the oil that Syria possesses. Syria is not Saudi Arabia. Syria is not Iran. Syria is not Venezuela. So what is Syria then? What exactly is the game plan here? Is it like just keep something going so that there will be more arms sold? This is the old story, right? This is the military industrial complex story. Is that what the Trump administration also is doing? I'm hoping that somebody from the Trump administration watches this video and at least in a press conference clarifies what exactly is Trump's strategy or Trump administration strategy in Syria, and what are they going to do in Sueda. It's becoming very, very, very difficult for people to live there. We are human beings first, and this is a determined SD 2.0 like operation being carried out or planned against the Druzes. What's next? Hindus in Bangladesh? So I'm saying this with a lot of pain, viewers, because I'm seeing that right in front of our eyes. It's like on a road that has ice on it. When even the automobile tries to brake, even if it's going at slow speed, the brakes don't take hold, so it's slowly going and piling up into cars who are stopped. So only the thing just one after the other, cars just keep going and hitting each other and damaging each other. That's how it feels to me. Anyway, I'm sorry to rant like this, but just hearing some things from people very close to the ground, who have an ear to the ground, that I said, okay, somewhere somebody needs to step up and tell us what it is. Free trade deals are okay, but even with India, right? India is not going to take the agriculture deal or the dairy deal from the US. Then what's US going to do? US has, in fact, no big wins in their tariff play. No big wins. Even the China thing is some sort of a framework. It's not a deal. It's a framework of sorts. They have not signed the deal with China either. So Trump now is under more pressure because deadlines are coming and going. Nobody seems to be taking the hook. I don't know what Trump has in mind, but I think first thing is some clarity has to emerge in their foreign policy. Marco Rubio owes that to the people, especially if United States is also going to start pumping millions of dollars into the reconstruction of Syria, when actually it looks like more deconstruction of Syria. That's all I have. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.